pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. Now here we there, here we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute.
A critical awakening in Sierra Leone. The unintended lessons of Julius Maada Bio's presidency. When Julius Maada Bio became president in 2018, he promised a new direction, focused on education, justice, unity, and inclusive development. His eloquent speeches inspired hope in a nation hungry for change. However, as his presidency has unfolded, a different story has emerged, marked not by fulfilled promises, but by deepening economic hardship, growing insecurity, and widespread public disillusionment. One of the most alarming developments under Bio's leadership is the rise of Sierra Leone as a hub for drug trafficking, particularly the spread of Kush, a dangerous synthetic drug. This substance is destroying lives, especially among the youth, and has overwhelmed families and communities. Allegations of official complicity and ineffective law enforcement have led many to describe Sierra Leone as evolving into a narco state, where criminal networks thrive alongside weakened state institutions. Economically, Sierra Leone is trapped in stagflation, a combination of high inflation and low economic growth. Prices for essentials such as food, fuel, and transportation have soared, while wages remain stagnant and youth unemployment continues to climb. The government's reliance on donor funding and external loans has not translated into local economic empowerment or job creation. Many citizens are now forced to make painful choices just to survive, eroding trust in state leadership and exposing the limits of government policies. Public services have also deteriorated. The much-publicized free quality education program suffers from overcrowded classrooms, unpaid teachers, and inadequate resources. The gap between the government's promises and the lived reality of the population has grown ever wider. Despite this grim outlook, a new form of awareness is emerging. Across the country, especially among the youth and professionals, there is a growing sense of political consciousness and civic engagement. Citizens are becoming more vocal, organizing protests and demanding accountability from leaders. The protests in 2022, though marred by violence, reflected a collective demand for dignity, justice, and meaningful governance. In this context, President Bio's greatest legacy may be the unintended political awakening of the people. His administration's failures have taught Sierra Leoneans to think critically about leadership and governance. They are learning that true development must be people-driven and grounded in action, not rhetoric. This rising consciousness may yet become the foundation for a more accountable and citizen-led future for Sierra Leone.
Humble them. Una good evening, una good evening, una good afternoon, good day, wherever una day. On Monday, we will start something where I think say we will get a clear view of part of the history of we country. We responsible for some of the things that would happen today now we land. Today, I intend for continue on that same path. But today, I can look at the question. Can Sierra Leone afford the luxury of continuing to preach hate and for use impunity? Or is it time we begin look at ways for heal with country so that we all be able to live peacefully together? Today's topic, I talk about the path of healing and coexistence in Sierra Leone. What do we need for do? How we need for do them? To be able to address this issue properly, we need to get a clear background of who say all this hate where they take different form and different expression till they come out from. The energy of hate, na Sierra Leone, they done too much. It's time we begin ask certain questions. It's time we begin look at certain things and find ways for make this hate go away. If we not do that, we live, we life, we pass, we go, we left this country, what we call home, with the same energy of hate. We begin and get for cancer far. Why do we know that? We begin and get for cancer far. Right now, inside the country there, over 70% of the Peking them, they suffer. Even with all the potentials within inside the country, with all the resources within inside the country, over 70% of the Peking and they suffer, they elected it. And the other thing we'll get for begin take note of as a people, the world where they live in, they go through a transition which Sierra Leone not they cope with. I go repeat this. The world where they live in, they go through a transition, a change with Sierra Leone, they million miles away from, could not able to cope with that change. We dey lie by ourselves, we gaslight ourselves as if to say we are doing well. We are not doing well. We are not doing well. Any country, it will only do well if the human resources of the country is properly developed and taken care of. From 1980s, we begin get problems with development in Sierra Leone. When I say development, I mean development of the human resource, education, provision of welfare services, provision of jobs, all that thing, and they begin disappear from society. They've been there full green, it's still benefits. There not been plenty, but there was a structure in place. You tell some of who been to go school, things we are far, 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 far better. I used to go to school, when I come home, every weekend. I they go hustle to me uncle them, then give me like 20 cents. That 20 cents, I they go PZ, I go buy comic, I buy novel, then African writer series and other things them. And we had the urge to get educated. We they go to library, we read books. We schools them, we get laboratories them, we well equipped. We school teachers them, when you see them, you be they see respect and dignity. As a matter of fact, they tell me some of we been they go school, up to the tell I left school in 1973. We teachers them be able to afford for bikes. We not been they drive expensive cars, but then go get Volkswagen, then go get Renault, then go get them kind cars then they. I go university, I had a place to sleep. I had 3 meals a day. I had books paid for. Everybody can get that, not to say a selection. Everybody where university admit, you like automatically they get scholarship. If you not get them, the next year you will get them. They tell me they go school, we been get labor exchange offices all over the country. If you left school, you want go find work, you dey go na labor exchange, you go fill form. Now the first thing that we begin understand, say, the British, them create tribalism in Sierra Leone because that labor exchange form will be the field you be there for put your tribe, which was not necessary. Even passport up to around 1970-71, when you go seek passport, you for put your tribe. Those were the things that started the division, or maybe they were part of the division. We sit down with the intellectuals, we not do nothing for change all them things then till they don't big pass we. But we can still change them. How can we? Let we go a little bit into time. Let we see who's all this problem come out. Let we see the reason behind all this fatness. And I want to say the reason not change. Maybe the way that they apply the reason now in the change over time. Long ago, when the Europeans then begin travel through the Atlantic down to South Africa, Cape of Good Hope, then cross go to the Indian Ocean, or go India and other places for go trade and go do other business, go colonize them. Freetown, the only natural harbor in Africa, had been known as a place where ship then can come if the weather bad, then they can hide between Usai Freetown this row and Usai Lunge Peninsula Day. Then they come inland up to the hang Kisi in the area. Smith take cover, let wind up well, then ship because then sailboat then they get. Then they come for can buy food, for can get fresh water, for make them continue their journey. When they reach South Africa back, they were able to do the same, but yonder they not been get a natural harbor like Freetown. So Freetown had been known throughout West Africa as a trading port, attract a lot of people. Even in the time of colonial period, that people let me they come on inland, they come for country. Some of we great of other full man and cow, we both then come and go do trade. So this problem start. The problem was when people they, then say be one forget benefit. You not listen, no. You not listen, no. Because when the wait man finally go say, well, let them begin pay tax for their host, then say, no, not go pay. But then mean the tax themselves. I mean they ask for tax. The refusal by certain people for pay them tax then they, and the fact that some greedy people want for control all the trade routes. When the period in human activity, where we call the transatlantic slave trade. But before I go into that transatlantic slave trade period, let's start first. When people let me the cow then goods here, people let me malinke origin, they don't they come Sierra Leone. Some come up from the north, then can settle through Guinea-Bissau, through Guinea-Conakry, through Sierra Leone. They mix with the people there, they meet. Some of them became chiefs, because they without certain skills and Arabic education, the people let me take them big. So through that, they established themselves as rulers of the people. So then, when you look at Sierra Leone, all the ruling houses in Sierra Leone, then connected to Malinke or Fulani. All connected. Where there is somebody Fofana, Sise, Kamara, Conte, Bangura, they are all Malinke. And you get Dembundu, Ruri, Ja, Kai Kai, Fulani. Then people have been don't come, they don't sit down with the people them. But this greed and the desire for being controlled is starting at them. The trade routes for control, the order for control, and he begin create mini wars them. Well, later, the one that will be calm, the white man that will be calm, you can't take people carry into slavery. They exploit that division to their advantage. Well, you know, they meet with people in divided, then they set themselves up for control, for trade routes and other resource control. They came, they wanted people, they used that to their advantage. Chiefs them willingly, especially those chiefs who were in the coastal area around Apotloko, Kandong up to Freetown, Tasso Island. Then with the other hand from Shenge, Tego Bon Chabro, they be willingly they cooperate with the slavers, John Hawkins and others. John Hawkins came to Sierra Leone, a poor rat, with a boat and some men. He left Sierra Leone with about 1,500 human beings. We go sell to Cuba. When he turned back England, then he a night and call on Sir John Hawkins. That part of our history is never in the history books of Sierra Leone, but that's the fact. And he came back doing business with these people, especially Tasso and York Island. I tell you, being get a chief now, York Island, where they call by Kurba Louis, the father of Bana Louis. Then Tasso, he been getting Bana and the other one them. This name Bana, oh, na the reboot. Now Bana Boom, a name. And how the Koya be organized? The chief, now in the name Obai. The sub-chief, the one that way they under the main king, now they may get the title Bana. Because the Koya was mostly controlled by the poor society. So that word name Bana is, my name is Bana Boom. My name is Bana Boom, name Bana. Before name Bana and the other people them been there in control of the coastal areas, we had other kings and chiefs. As a matter of fact, even before slave trade started, they had come to Sierra Leone a Catholic priest, the Jesuit sect from Portugal, were named Valhatsa Barriera. He came to Guinea-Bissau, but traveled south into Sierra Leone. He came around the Cambia region. He meets the king where they when I've been farmer. He convert him into Christianity. Then the chief gave him one of him picking them, we go with na Portugal. That fellow was educated up to university. The first Sierra Leonean for go up to university level was from Gambia, the son of my farmer. He came back as Pedro, and he was crowned as King Pedro, but he not till he died. Whatever the reason, I don't know. I know one for make speculation there. If you hear about King Tom and the other places that day, now Berriera bin Kande, he convert some of the Madingo chiefs that day into Christians. So from Tami, he took the name Tom. That's where you have King Tom from today. Freetown and that part of West Africa had been known as a trade place. It has been exposed to European contacts. Then the rogue Europeans like John Hawkins and others started coming. Then we get the one that we collaborate with them. Then they go catch them, comping them inside, then can sell to them. That division within that 400 years of slave trade, the wars that will be the cause, the hate, it a 30 day in Sierra Leone, it deep down. And a part of the politics where they destroy we country. Now part of the social psychology where they destroy we country. Now the reason we make the people of Sierra Leone not trust their leaders. Mistrust of the leadership in Sierra Leone. Now a big crisis now with politics. Because the people are not trust the leaders, then they look at the nearest opportunity for exploit the leaders. The leaders themselves knowing it, then they look at the nearest opportunity for use the people and dependency on them for exploit the country. When they elect somebody as member of parliament, everybody they go to and go make demands. They know they ask whether the person gets unlimited resources or not. So instead they use them to an advantage for take state funds and misuse them. The pittance where they give the people them, then they go and beat and dance, they're happy. Every day, then go cook almost bag rest, now the politician use people and they can't eat. Then go home, they're happy. This mistrust, dysfunctional mistrust, is part of the problem of efficient governance in Sierra Leone. And because people them, they don't take that divisive mentality where them mini wars been caused in the past, I mean, as a part for survive, patronage, nepotism, whatever name you give them, all kinds of. This is why that man we born Puja we name Kamara, because he get his own patronage too. He see the Kamara from Bali or Potloko as the enemy. These are the real root causes for we dysfunctional coexistence. These are the real root causes where we get for look at and find solutions to. And that duty of solving this problem, he did with we enlightened. It don't matter whether you're a politician for APC, it don't matter if you're a politician for SLPP or whatever political party you call yourself to be in. You have a moral obligation and an ethical obligation for look at what in not a function as Sierra Leone. And una see don't say, let we make this work. But instead, the political class and the elites, they don't take this dysfunctionality, then turn them into some kind of good, an economic, a political good, wouldn't they use for exploit the state. And let me simplify. The people learn art for please. Just give them this, give them that, then go gladdy. We are destroying ourselves in Sierra Leone. Look at Sierra Leone. We started mining diamonds in 1930. What benefit has Sierra Leone got from diamond mining? Botswana started mining diamonds in 1975. Today, Botswana is 10 times structured, developed, and properly governed than Sierra Leone. So because then get more sense pass will. Now because they not get that dysfunctional mentality of patronage and division we get. And the funny side of it, what we need for know. When Botswana got independence in 1966, they had only 24 university graduates and a few high school leavers. So how did they do it? Now the mentality. The more educated we become, the more divided we become. We taught we PhD them, me na SLPP, me na APC, our grandpa them from SLPP, our papa them from APC, me na party picking. When I know they look at that place where they call Sierra Leone, waiting for do for make Sierra Leone function cohesively and smoothly. Everything wrong in Sierra Leone is created by the Sierra Leonean, and especially us who say we're educated. And we take it now as a joy. When we don't go do all the rubbish, the next thing for one come oversee. Plenty come right now, but could all over the place they campaign. Son of the soil, the best man for solve the problem. Who not give them power and go and sit on them teeth. As power left for them, they all run. How it is to as power left for them, they all they run. Is that the country we want our generations yet unborn to inherit? Are we a cursed people? If you ask me, I go say no, we not get cursed. How would they think? Nah, wrong. We so full up of we self that we not think say we for calm down and talk to each other. Listen to the Sierra Leoneans have conversation. Read the Sierra Leoneans have conversation. They are talking at each other. Everybody want for sure supremacy. When you try for tell them true, oh, this man is this man is that. They refuse to understand. But one day I want to let the Sierra Leonean know. The world is moving at a pace way. Even the white man no understand what in they happen anymore. The white race no understand what in they happen anymore. Why they talk to us so today? It's possible say tomorrow morning we awake. I dey meet other tools and routine and technologies where they make even this computer redundant because they don't begin giving notice. Say, in the next 3 to 5 years, we may not be having reason to use computers anymore. We'll therefore buy routine and call out and call ourselves holographic machines where now light they make come, you they see the person. If you are look for me, they see am like real person wait him up, where he talk, the machine go answer you, he go do what you want. Una sit on a salon, they feed una picking and cushion drugs and no money. When are you going to catch up with these technologies? How are you going to catch up with these technologies? It's time we take certain steps back and ask certain questions. Are we ready for that place called Sierra Leone to continue as a place that we think is a sovereign entity? Are we ready? Readiness is not about material provisions. Let me tell you this, people. If not material provisions, they make country, Sierra Leone no for so. They tell you some of women they go school. Things I mean they work. Every town in Sierra Leone being get electricity. Every town being get water supply. They know this because I come out na a family where the parents them when they move from one town to the other every year or two. I've not been there with them, but I've been there go holiday. I've been get reason for leaving a free town with my auntie them and other people, but I've been there go holiday to my parents them. So I've actually know every town in Sierra Leone. I know every region. And I know say between 1960s and 1980, every town, well, of course, every chiefdom headquarter. The chiefdom headquarters, they not been get electricity, but they been get pipe water supply through a project called Degremo. Degremo, the tanks the way they use, when they see them 30 day, they put locker, it in my 91, it Tama, it inside Bo City, Dalu Road. That ball tank with fiber like aluminium of later see the one and 91 9 picture, it on the rust. Every chiefdom headquarter being a pipe borne water supply. That project started around 1972. By 1980, every time being a water supply. The towns them, or what you know they call city today, then we get electricity, then we get water supply. Just the all while been they go holiday, a flush toilets then we get. They make no more broom, the water go. Where did all that go? How did we allow all that to go away? Selfish, inconsiderate elite class. And caused that. People came into the public service. Huh? That fend me on. Well, we don't fend we own. We all don't get we own. Who's I take we? See the light no day? Water no day? We get lead in polluted fuel. Because in those days, we get companies like Ajip, Mobile, etc. They're not been out leaded fuel. The fuel been clean. Even the diesel where be the born, you not been loaded with too much lead. We greed and we selfishness. That DNA where we inherit, it is inside with it today. And they kill we so slowly. And they are lucky we so slowly. We need for step back and ask certain questions. But one thing I got advice, this blame, complain, and not solve any problem. Let none of them not can tell una say. Now when man I be now I make this happen. We'll pull them. If I be head of state, it go better. Hey, it's gaslighting. They are gaslighting you. And it's in different ways. John they talk, John they guy by this, he fix me, this it's force. Now the material things that we need right now, or now the sense how not for do the same mistakes them. Which one do we need most? If you ask me, I would say the sense how not for keep repeating the same mistakes. Just even in time, them build roads, them build this, everything been there. We are there today because we're not being any sense for maintenance. We're not being any sense for keep this infrastructure and other things going. We're being any sense for plunder. In time, 3 districts being an idea agriculture project. Where are they today? In term, we been get teacher training colleges where they train teachers. We been get schools them, we been equipped. The Institute of Education at our hill was built close to the library. They begin encourage Sierra Leoneans for write books on different subjects, where them in they publish, then they give na them schools for use. Till the British then come through Crown Agent and what was the agency now? I don't know if now been Commonwealth or Defeat. They came with a book project. The office been there Tower Hill. They were supplying books, textbooks to schools. How that be? Them books and then begin sell to people in Garrison Street. Garrison Street became a bookshop. We are destroying ourselves. We have always been destroying ourselves. And we always let for put the blame. Oh, this one can do, so now we all did do them. Because we want quick benefit. We want shortcut. And that's now we problem, Nasir. We not trust each other. We not ever understand, say, we are all blood relatives. We never understand, say, it no matter if Julius Matter they talk Mende or Shabru, sometimes get blood brother and a Cambia. And I believe she get blood family day. Because the Bolom people them, that I mean all over the coast, from Fore Carrier right down to Cape Mount. Them, the Baga, the Chimney, and the Susu. We not will get them things here because we don't get them facts here. And we not they find out. We not know we background. That ratata purpose history where they write for make we look inferior. Now take us with history. The Sierra Leonean need for wake up. The Sierra Leonean need for find out. If we know we root, we know the root of some of them things here where they divide we able to sit down and say, "Boy, let it done now, please." We able to sit down, we keep company, we say, "Let it done." We're done with them. We able to sit down and understand, say, it no matter if Julius Matter be on a head of state, going a foot of state, we all able get what you want, we all able benefit. We really need for heal. We have to take time out. We have to put our matter aside. We have to look at, say, okay, will it benefit us to continue preaching hate, working with hate? Or will it benefit us to say, okay, this hate lay end now? The one that will be done do crime, Lord call them, let them can confess their crime. Yeah, they apologize to we. We accept that, we move on. This was what Rwanda did after the genocide. We had and see say what for go jail because of irresponsibility and provoke the whole thing, he go jail. But the people no longer not they pass with hate. But Sierra Leone, the way we don't do so, the level of hate where they don't institute in other society. Let God help Salon. First time, if you work at Salon throughout the country, nobody know they ask you down. That's how they college. We they hire a taxi the weekend. We they drive from Jala Can't freedom, can't enjoy, we turn back. We dey drive from Jala, we go Bo. That's when then we get club in Abo, then call Kokorioko. We go enjoy, we turn back. We're not afraid. Checkpoint not there. We not get fear, say somebody go attack we. But today, for move from one part of Sierra Leone to another, you get for think several times. Because you remember, say, if I go under, then go ask me my name, then go take me as enemy. If I go under, I not sabi talk the language, then go take me as enemy. Throughout the time I've been the travel Sierra Leone, all the places that I've been, they go Bond, Pujong, Kanema, Kono, Makeni, Maboka. The issue of language was never in the mix. As a matter of fact, then they, that was wrong actually, it was not correct because now part of the colonial process. And they all meet as school picking, then we call it day. We were proud speaking English or we talk Creole. So the issue of say, this na Mende, this na Timni, this na Limba, this na Loko, it not been there. We mixed. I get plenty friends them. We come up from different parts of Sierra Leone. Some of them are dead. Some are still alive. Maybe we know they ain't contact anymore because of one reason, but not for political reason. Maybe I don't know where they are, and they don't know where I am. But I want to show anybody, say any one of them friends, then they will know, sir, they contact me. They contact them. We not get enmity. It no matter whether the person are Mende or Loko or Soso or Kuranko or Shabugo or Bandi or Maraka or what. We grew up with friendship. We grew up knowing ourselves as people belonging to the same land. That's what they call tribalism. I not ever experience and pass where I go university. Now there I go begin see aspects of them. And by then it was minimal. Aspects of them in the sense that now college I go, I begin about Western Area Students Association, Northern Students Association, Eastern Students Association, Southern Students Association. You know, the educated class na salon are the tribal. Don't say the truth. Then we're not a try. We'll go school. Not a try. It's shameful. But make they create them divisions here. Yes, it's good to associate with your place of birth. But don't use it against the other person. Don't. It's good to associate with your tribe. But don't use it against the other person. Don't use it for economic reason. We will put other person at disadvantage. Use it for an economic reason. We will build you up. The Igbo of Nigeria. Then the one aspect upon them where the Fulamans have get. Then they work together. Then they build themselves up together. Then get a cooperative spirit. Nobody, they depend on nobody. If you like them fellow, they play music or them films, they own they see. Una need for find out how then they get the funds. You have the talent. Somebody they will go put money. Say, okay, I will promote this film. Then they promote them. When the money come, then get their own share. Those actors are living very good lives. The musicians, they own they see. Most of them are people and they promote them. When the benefits come, they get their own share. Those musicians are living very good lives. But in Sierra Leone, greed compel all that in there. If I go now, I build musical studio, the body all they can play music there. I want to use them talent where the money can sit on pana. This is how we are. If I give money for make them do film, when them do and done, I want to sit on pan the money. Or if not to that, the one the way they give say go do film, then they go make arrangements with the distributors. You put your money in the losses. Anything they can, hey, bro, better not they will not they sell. This greed in we, I know problem. Every human being is greedy. Every human being is selfish. Every human being is egoistic. But the way we they use an Sierra Leone, it's self-destroying. We they destroy ourselves. We they put ourselves in a lot of risks. We can for take time out, sit down, think back, and ask certain questions. And that question, therefore, focus on, is this the kind of country we want? Is this the place we want to live for our generations yet unborn? If we can answer those questions, I think we will begin see the way for go before. By Sam, good evening, sir. I'll begin look at your comments then. Like this extrajudicial killing after the war. I start, and I've been there in Sierra Leone. Then one of the things that what the war do for our country, it destroyed our social fabric. We all do it together. It destroyed the trust we be left in the country. Now, even between people who are family members, hate day because sometimes during the war, somebody had wronged somebody, whether not by willful or not by accident or not under duress. We don't sit down to investigate. Rwanda did. Rwanda did. They found out a lot of people killed people not because they wanted to. They did it under duress. We don't have time for that. You say again, the educated class has an oppressive mindset because they are West. Well, it's not a Western education, sir. Maybe the Western education, now they inform on and subscribe to the exorbitant lifestyle. We think say we're educated one for live. But the fact of the situation is, if you look at Nigeria, you look at Ghana, you look at Gambia, you take other parts of West Africa when are francophone, all of these regions were influenced by Western education. Why most of them are not behaving like us? Why? That's a question we need to address. Sam, you come with a very good question. And I then questions here I think we need for the ask, we need for sit down and think about. Because healing, they take place when you're able to answer certain questions in life. You don't need for go to therapist, but you only sit down and ask certain questions. Look at the alternatives. Look at the various answers where they get. You take the best one. You don't learn something new. You don't heal from that doubt because most of what they cause the trauma in we, most of what they cause the hate in we. Now, two things: fear and doubt. I would hate somebody if I'm afraid of the person. I would hate somebody if I doubt the person. But if I'm not afraid the person, I not doubt them, I not hate them. I go close to them. It's not normal psychology. So In as much as we can want for take a broad look at them things here, let we try for compartmentalize. Yes, Western education, Western exposure is part of the problem when we look at the material consumption side. We wish for consume goods and services. When you're educated, you feel you have a right to iPhone, you feel you have a right to a good car, air conditioned office, etc. That's all illusion. It's illusion. You're being educated, not give you any special right. And you're being uneducated, not buy you from using any special facility. If you can afford it, use it. But don't misuse funds to use it. I'll repeat that statement. If you can afford it, use it, but don't misuse funds to use it. I get phone then we don't take 5, 6, 7 like this. This is over 8 years with me. iPhone. I know they just buy phone because of new model. I buy them when I need for use them. I know they buy clothes because of new fashion. I they buy them when I need for use them. I know they buy shoes because of new model. I they buy them when I need for use them. Then the side of we lying a part of we self-discipline. How you they run your life. This is where the educated class also they fail. We not sabi run with life because we they live that show off life. We want for make people and think say we better. I tell people, they tell me they go salon for go sit down there. Now you don't I go there where it's not half close with them full of man. They like, it's not then come half back now, karanki half back. Now go there pass. You don't it, okay? Look at me come over, see, look where you're lucky. Now your business. Can't forget for take money in my bank account. It's business. One thing I learned coming to this country is that dress is for protection and climate. Dress for occasion day. When we came, because we've not been sabi that we've been the overdress, the people like they look weak and they ask you, are you going to a party? Because the salon man like tip top. Later I calm down and we say, no, you have to dress according to the weather. If you they go party or they go club, okay, you can dress differently. You can make tip top. But I everyday dress. No. A few institutions in this country, they demand for make you go work and use necktie. Very few banks, police, public service. People in the industry, you dey meet her with dirty trusses. Go challenge them. Sometimes I'm millionaire. Go challenge them. Say me cry dress with dirty trusses. Nah, lucky man. These are the things we need for land. But at the same time, we social psychology, the way we think, with beliefs, with perceptions, and the attitudes we they develop from our beliefs and perceptions in the root cause of all the things where they go wrong with our society. if we modify the one and day, if we make them more accommodating, we make them more tolerant, we make them say, okay, if even this person don't offend me, laugh, forget. But if the person offend you, you take care every day for the friend way for offend the person. Can say they react to? They must react. Because he's an immortal man. So this is how we sustain hate and impunity in the society. If they talk about TRC, yeah, I read the TRC. I get copies of the TRC. But any children write in a paper, as alone, forget about it, yeah? On an almost good documents, almost good policies, almost good laws, then they, na Sierra Leone, where they gather dust, na then shelves, then. They'll make all the noise about it when we go up on seminar or go up on, oh, this is a good document. It has a solution. We see them go put up. If you not take 10 and they begin pile paper and tap them, you forget about them. That's who we are. We not care about structured approach in doing things. That's another side of the problem. Now, on the spur of the moment, it's like we get emotional sickness. We wait, oh no, I can't solve this thing. Life doesn't work that way. This AI, where would they see so? They started developing it since 1950. Then begin come out with them gradually alongside the internet. First, we hear about automation. 23276. Automation. That's what they call automation. Now AI begin. Then they introduce some the computers they all they use. Then begin do spelling corrections, etc., etc. Very soon, AI they take all the jobs. Then. Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. What happened today? Why not hear you?
Yeah. On the well, I feel like we are. Yeah.
Oh, you go Binti.
Oh my God.
You be asked them for Papa Lilu.
No, in fact, I was going to reach Binti by 4.
Okay.
I was so tired. Gonna be the last season. I went up to Bala, Daine.
Oh, you go to Papa Village, Obala. That's my maternal home, Obala. The real name is Balandugu.
Who's that guy there?
No, Obalan, Balandugu.
Oh.
And in maternal home, now the home of the Jalot, the Jazz, and the Woolly. Now there you go, so today.
So this is not just a settlement for the right?
Bunti is like the chiefdom headquarters.
They are the chiefdom headquarters. Okay.
Like villages them all over. And most of them villages then they originally na be wore where them they do with them Loco and Limba people they all them meet. Intermarriages take place so today you cannot even distinguish between who is Fulani and who is Loco, who is Limba. Now they talk to each other, get Limba blood. So me na him.
Just reflect on what you always see that we all that this Obala we see so to the Obala na cassette. Then by in grave sign that Obala in TMS, we get Obala na Maxima Watabi well one, and many other people will balance it.
Well, that they tell you say, you know that they tell you, they tell you, any side we go balance not too far from there, they get a place called Binti.
Okay.
Also, one binti de na Sierra Leone. That's why when they talk about we own home, they say binti dibia. We can put local, you get binti wala. Near binti wala, you get rubalan.
Fine. When the person said, now he say me wa sabi na that binti. While last year, na binti wala na na lokomasama.
Na lokomasama going towards Babara area.
Babara area. Dalamba wala, the wala area.
Anytime we hear binti, na place we connected with Fulani settlement.
Okay.
And binti de most part of Sierra Leone more than the north.
Then I did not.
Yes. Just like Sumbuya, then every district in Sierra Leone. Sumbuya is connected with Malinke settlement.
Okay. Because put look on this seat of progress where at the main highway.
Every district, if I put local, you get more than one Sumbuya.
But more than one single.
You get Sumbuya that Bintiwala area. Where they come on Lunge. You get Sumbuya na the main Putloko road going towards Gambia.
Gambia
Back you get Sumbuya. All the districts get Sumbuya. These are the basic things.
About 10 miles to Tonkolimba.
Yes.
We are there.
That's one Gambia self, Sumbuya self, the Gambia. Bombaliba get Sumbuya. Koinadugu get Sumbuya.
We are about God get the popular in there.
Want to get. Kono get. Kaila will get.
It just started. Say the point of body to say, what's China? Not what's England, another problem because English no more, another book to thrive there. That make problem no daily. So just be salute for just forget one side. Because you're all interrelated. How much people in the way they talk? People we don't see people who don't born now, not kidding. But the person don't go to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, he or she can speak today. They don't relate to. So then I didn't buy it.
That's if you go born picking a Mende country, na Mende they talk.
So when you tell me media, it's a still politician there. If you look at them, focus off there. I mean the line people marry. It's a particularly the politician. Look at Samuel. Look at this part.
And they are not going to tell you what you do. They are big.
So I want to ask you what
I'm not going to tell you what you do. So go find out.
you go tell the same woman at Congo. You go tell the same woman at Kenema. You tell the same woman at Kono. So then, it's possible I don't think by here. That's what you look like. It's a project. It's a particularly APC for the
person. Correct. You no matter whether the person is APC or SLPP. The fact of the situation is most people within at the top class of society, they either they married Mendel or Timmy. Leo. We'll go find out why. I would not tell you.
Okay, I will find out.
There is a reason for that, but this one agenda equality business, I don't want to talk about that. Go find out.
From the north, you go marry Nabu. The ones are just here. Where is the look at? And some of them, you know, see you do is a jello. They start at a new way to campaign. When I see me, I'm born here, but I cannot do marry. So I get family, I get family. When I
guess what change politics necessarily. You know, then they know the help una. Going to claim that because you married from a region, you're able to do something there, that's gaslighting.
Yeah.
You are not being honest.
But you again, Itajalo. Now, at the born here, or the papa go at a policeman, na born. On I am papa born. I don't go born back na born. So you see that kind of elector.
Born citizen.
Yeah. So basically we don't be. So there now, I just like the root, but na born na the home. We don't see that name because no, mean that now they be transfer me papa to structure. So now me papa I can born you that old and transfer na ya. So we are scattered. We are connected. So we know the thing. So uniquely in Ajalo, there is a space for everybody in that family.
There is space, there is enough resources for everybody. Now, ignorance now we problem, yeah?
So we don't see somebody say, I work for no at SQ for one more year. Then they send me go Kabbalah. I work this year. From then and south me for soccer. I work this year. Then later they go to me Futon. For Futon go to me Bombali. So the man he work in time got almost 3 crores on. And if you go on with it, it's somewhere about. It's just the same job, nothing changed. So the middle of the can say, why politics they divide you?
Because division they power with DNA. Division they power with DNA. I don't know if you listen to me while I start the program, but tell people and say the division get historical root. We will cure them, but we need for ask certain questions. We need for ask certain questions.
I go sit down. Nobody will ask me, you want to work on there? Because I'm a Sierra Leone.
Some side way go then they ask you.
Where do we ask? What first they not to say what you say, so they will ask for say the coach can be.
Because they don't poison the mind with nonsense. Otherwise, nobody not for ask nobody within CLA what you can do.
What you can do.
Just like me, we a black man, and they move throughout Norway. Nobody know they ask me what you can do now. They no one knows it. As a matter of how they meet you, if you talk to them, fine, and they talk to you, fine. If we not get for be friends, we not be friends. Otherwise, all man go away.
For develop your place.
We country need healing. We country need healing. That healing, it get for come out from we.
Yes, sir.
We the people. If we say they wait for the political class and the elites for heal Sierra Leone, they not get that dream, they not hate. For them, it's good as it is.
Look what we always tell people in public and say it is religious tolerance. Now be an export in commodity. Look for be one of the richest. It will be the export religious tolerance. One of the richest countries. But as I say politics, people don't be chap chap. People don't be acting. People don't be Costco. People don't be oh my God. We check, you just have a person take clothes where I'm inside. You take a son and where I'm outside. When they change once they want to stop the push this. We will find you what would they say politics then Dajalo.
So you know, say even that she for chap on herself about politics.
Even the way we work, where politics take you change it. Some of them greet you.
Now just tell you something now.
Where this politics can come and go.
You know, una self they at fault. You know, to make us say una they at fault.
Yes, sir.
Una not study and get the correct answers. The Constitution of Sierra Leone, Chapter 3, which is an entrenched clause, which can only be changed through parliamentary majority vote of 2/3, then a referendum. It clearly outlines, say, everybody get freedom and liberty of association, conscience, of expression, and of assembly. You know what that mean?
Yes, sir.
Nobody for take political party for intimidating company.
Yeah.
the fundamental human rights and freedoms of the individual, section 15, subsection B of the Constitution, an entrenched clause. Una they allow politicians for misuse and abuse am on una. Una need for tell them say no, we no grip on this because the Constitution protect this right. If that man are APC, they behave decently as APC. They no use her against SLPP. If that man are SLPP, they behave decently as SLPP. They no use her against SLPP. Any politician with him up on a platform begin preach hate, una get right for take this constitution and create a case against them. A breach of the constitution. The people therefore take responsibility for their own destiny. They therefore learn what in the need for learn, know what in the need for know, for able to stop some of them things here. Because if even amongst ourselves as citizens, if we not say this is against the constitution, we go find a way not for do am, not so. Yes. If politician can't tell you say go cost that man because na APC, say no, the constitution will allow that. If politician can say go cost that man or beat him because na SLPP, you go tell and say no, but the constitution will allow that.
Yeah, because they break the fundamental human rights of the colleague.
These are the things where they make some of we they talk and work into it say salon for change, but we need for know what we for know for make we country change. Change is not a magic process, it's a product of enlightenment. Yeah. It's a product of awareness, finding out, getting educated with the facts that you need. Mind they bring change. Not to where they can build road, then build bigos, then go buy ferry, make change. Now, if the aid not change, nothing not change. Take the whole thing alone, bring on Norway. You take all Norway care and go salon. You put them 10 years apart. Where you go salon they develop. Norway they go behind because the aid not been changed. The head not been changed. The thoughts not been changed. All that thing how they make big. What we need for correct force? Now the way we think, with beliefs, with perceptions, with attitudes. When those are correct, everything we put in the society they work. I don't live in this country for 22 going to 23 years. The ambulance they were meet. The police vehicle they were meet. Most of them they still they use. Yeah. Most of them they still they use. And every year they go renovate them if they get for bring new paramedical equipment inside the ambulance, then go bring them. But not the same motoka.
Go to medical store.
I find boss not to them they are lucky done so. See, that's medical store. Talk about what I find boss not to them they are lucky done so na free tongue.
Look, 100 boss to them out class. All them back.
I must see I take.
Maintenance culture. The maintenance culture in not put that.
Not to maintenance. You know, let's say the life on ourselves, they talk big book.
Of responsibility.
It's not a maintenance culture, it's lack of knowledge.
Knowledge and responsibility.
You will not agree with the responsibility. Very first study, me cook up well now. I not sabi me cook, but I find way, I can on internet, I find out, I make a me work. That's a matter of maintenance culture. Not just with things lying wrong. We believe everything for country we as a gift. We should not take responsibility. And these are the things that are keeping us back. When man take office, all the furniture we meet there, the motor car and everything are for changer. He buy a new one. Yeah, and they change public officers there. The furniture then at the office now they did. When 10 can and go that they determine, say we need for change this now. But now, as soon as appoint new foot of state or belly of state, then for decorate state house newly.
For decoration, change all the carpet there.
Una need for sit down quietly.
The mass and they don't put part of.
Una need for sit down quietly and think over a lot of things. The mental infrastructure. Now, first we need for make Sierra Leone heal. The lack of leadership, we'll never get leadership because we know they think of leadership. We they think of kapu kapu. Anybody who go there, one kapu, he only come out. But when they outside, they lie pound now. Somebody I go be the leader who do this, that, right. Okay. They go there now for go kapu, you know. So, on a trial. On a try, we ready for it. But if we are not ready for it, on ourselves, but they talk. Let them not say, but Bible, no, you not talk. Anyway, I think we don't do justice today.
Yeah.
We will meet on Friday. Christ promise was the TRC Commission. Did they fulfill their mandate? TRC Commission do the work they're supposed for do. They hand over the document to order for execute them when at the government of Sierra Leone. The government of Sierra Leone not do nothing. Just like how they go make tripartite, they make all the document. What has been done about it is all gaslighting. It's all gaslighting. Anyway, Rome was not built in a day. Attitudes cannot change overnight. But some of us will keep talking. So until then, the area every day they have to go there and say, but now change now. That part of money. Because one belong grumble, you can't buy them bogus. So I send me and picking tell and say, well then begin behavior and say if I go left for Hamburg. So for them. So now thank you for listening to it today. We don't do justice with ourselves for doing with this healing issue. Sierra Leoneans need for sit down quietly, put hate aside, put complaint aside, put blames aside. Let we ask the questions that we need for ask. We're going to make we able to see some of the things that we need for do so that we go all go come together and begin think, say, okay, this place where we get what they call Sierra Leone, now we all responsibility, now we all duty, now we all right. So let we do our for do, let this place develop. We go come back on Friday, continuing the same discourse, because being at that me they talk now not about politician. If I talk about politician now because of what our life change. They all not alone and me party left. They want to make me enemy in their business. They want the APC na me party there. They want the SLPP na me party there. If they say boy na the enemy, na their business, na they have to go they want not to me. So na thank you. We will meet on Friday and we will continue the discourse.
We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. Now here we there, here we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute.
A critical awakening in Sierra Leone. The unintended lessons of Julius Maada Bio's presidency. When Julius Maada Bio became president in 2018, he promised a new direction, focused on education, justice, unity, and inclusive development. His eloquent speeches inspired hope in a nation hungry for change. However, as his presidency has unfolded, a different story has emerged. marked not by fulfilled promises, but by deepening economic hardship, growing insecurity, and widespread public disillusionment. One of the most alarming developments under Bio's leadership is the rise of Sierra Leone as a hub for drug trafficking, particularly the spread of Kush, a dangerous synthetic drug. This substance is destroying lives, especially among the youth, and has overwhelmed families and communities. Allegations of official complicity and ineffective law enforcement have led many to describe Sierra Leone as evolving into a narco state, where criminal networks thrive alongside weakened state institutions. Economically, Sierra Leone is trapped in stagflation, a combination of high inflation and low economic growth. Prices for essentials such as food, fuel, and transportation have soared, while wages remain stagnant and youth unemployment continues to climb. The government's reliance on donor funding and external loans has not translated into local economic empowerment or job creation. Many citizens are now forced to make painful choices just to survive, eroding trust in state leadership and exposing the limits of government policies. Public services have also deteriorated. The much publicized free quality education program suffers from overcrowded classrooms, unpaid teachers, and inadequate resources. The gap between the government's promises and the lived reality of the population has grown ever wider. Despite this grim outlook, a new form of awareness is emerging. Across the country, especially among the youth and professionals, there is a growing sense of political consciousness and civic engagement. Citizens are becoming more vocal, organizing protests and demanding accountability from leaders. The protests in 2022, though marred by violence, reflected a collective demand for dignity, justice, and meaningful governance. In this context, President Bio's greatest legacy may be the unintended political awakening of the people. His administration's failures have taught Sierra Leoneans to think critically about leadership and governance. They are learning that true development must be people-driven and grounded in action, not rhetoric. This rising consciousness may yet become the foundation for a more accountable and citizen-led future for Sierra Leone.
What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos, it's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they